Hey, it's Dave from Old Dad Studio, and the timings of my vlogs for this weekend have been all messed up because we are traveling, or we traveled, and so the timings of everything is off. And on top of that, Saturday, March 8th, today is International Women's Day, and I recorded a whole segment about International Women's Day. And in the end, I think I'm going to scrap it. Because I tried to do something sincere and from the heart and experiences that I have had in my own life. And when I watch it back, I think I'm missing the point. And made it too much about me and my experiences, where International Women's Day is really about lifting up women. And I have had some phenomenal women mentors and life coaches in my life, not to mention a couple of spouses and my family. All of the women in my family have careers and are educated, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say Happy International Women's Day. It is everyone's job, especially us men. It is our job and our role to help and make sure that we are uplifting women wherever we can and supporting them if we're seeing them struggle. And so I hope we continue to do that. And even farther, I think one of the things that I saw online this weekend was about Iceland and how many women leaders they have in politics right now. A huge majority of their women, or of their leaders, are women, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. We need more women leaders here in the United States. And I hope over time we can evolve and have more of those women leaders. All right. I think I'm not going to use any of the footage that I recorded earlier. I'm going to leave it at that. And we'll talk about a couple of other things on the vlog today. Let's talk about a creator here in Minnesota. His account on YouTube and on TikTok is Off Joe Wagon. So it's the word off and then J-A Wagon. He also has another channel here on YouTube called Let Them Eat Toast. And so he's a fellow creator. I've met up with him. I've had lunch with him. He's a pretty nice guy. Incredibly intelligent, puts out a lot of content. He's a huge volume content creator. Every single day he's putting out something. A lot of his content is around politics. And so he is a progressive, and he puts out information around the progressive movement and information around what you should know as a progressive or as a liberal or as a Democrat. And he also does some sciencey facts that'll blow your mind, I think is what he calls them. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and follow Off Joe Wagon, a fellow Minnesota creator. And the reason I'm bringing him up is because recently on TikTok has removed him from the Creator Fund. They haven't given him a reason why. It just happened to him one day. All of a sudden he woke up and boom, he was no longer part of the Creator Fund on TikTok. And so I'm trying to help out as much as I can. I realize I have 57 subscribers. I mean, if a couple of you could go over, anything I think we can do to help out a fellow Minnesotan would be fantastic. And he's, like I say, he's a wonderful guy, super intelligent. He puts out a lot of political content, but it's content that you can understand, and he explains things very, very well. Plus, he does profiles on our political leaders. So if you're looking for somebody who's in Congress or who in the Senate and you're looking for more information on them, he might have already done a profile on that particular politician, and you can go back and look at some history of those politicians. Now, why you've been seeing my vlogs outside yesterday and today is because we decided to go camping over the weekend, take the camper out for its maiden voyage here in the spring, and it's been really warm temperatures here in Minnesota, and we did have a little bit of snow this week, which was a change for us. We haven't had snow in a while, so we had snow, And then the warm temperature, so now everything is melty and muddy and just gross. And our campsite is, it's pretty nasty. Now the trails here are pretty muddy as well yet. I did not do as much hiking as Ann. I only did just a tiny little bit of hiking. Ann went out and did several of the paths or several of the trails here at Flandreau. And she was saying there were times where she just had to run for it and see if she could make it through some of the muddiness without bogging down too much. And so for me, I think sticking on the road and sticking on the hard paths is what I needed to do. Now, despite the muddy conditions, we still had a fabulous time. We love camping. We love our little camper. It suits us just so perfectly for the family unit that we have right now that's camping. It's just us and the young one. And we always have a good time when we get away and detach and can just enjoy nature a little bit, even if it is just a state park that's only a few miles down the road. And I think that's going to do it for me for this vlog. Vlog number 67. 67, wow. I'm amazed each time I put one out and I increment it by one. I'm glad I've been able to do it. Anyway. And I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. That's going to be a vlog. Vlog number 67. Wow. And that means I will see you tomorrow.